Hello everyone. We have What we have done in the last lecture is that we have analyzed the slope in the software called GeoStudio. So what we are going to do today is we'll analyze the same slope choosing the GeoStudio, but will with an additional object added to it, that is reinforcement of the slope. So how we can do it? How we can do it? Let me show you that. First, this was our problem. So this problem we have solved in last video. So you can see this is a figure where there is a foundation soil, embankment soil, and this is the failure plane which is predefined. So this figure I have drawn after deducing the coordinates. I have drawn it in coordinate system. So this is the diagram in coordinate system. It will start from 0 comma 0, and this block is called foundation soil. 0 comma 0, 0 comma 8, 45 comma 8, and 45 comma 0. This one is the embankment cross section which goes 0 comma 8, 0 comma 18, and so on. So how we can draw it in GeoStudio? So I've shown in the last lecture, but I'll show in this lecture again so that it can be more clear point wise. So let's go to GeoStudio and see how to do it. Now this is the problem we have done in the last class, but today I'm going to redo it. So let's start with a new project. So in the new project, first project using it, I will leave it as default on Imperial and create it. The project is created. Now you have to give the title of the project. So I have given slope stability is as the title of the project. Then I will add a 2D region in it, because I'm not going to analyze a 3D region, neither any axisymmetric region. So I'll just draw a 2D region. Element thickness I will leave as default. I'll name it as slope without reinforcement, and I'll go and close it. The region is created. In this region we have to draw our geometry. So first we should set our unit. So for doing units, what you have to do is you have to go to the view and you have to go to units. So what units you want to choose? I want to choose units in MKS system, not in FPS system. So I'll select the unit of length as meter, and temperature and other things in FPS system, mass as kilograms, and force as kilonewton, and energy as joule. So I'll go and close it. Now our unit is set. Now our second objective or the second step will be to draw the region. So how we can draw a region is we have to go to the draw region button here, and we'll choose draw region, and we are going to draw this polygonal region. And let's see how our region look like. Our region is, our cross section is like there will be a block whose coordinates are given. There will be an embankment, so whose coordinates are also given. So let's draw it. So how you can draw the region is either you can draw manually, or what you can do is you can put the coordinates in here. Here you can see enter coordinates, control plus R. So I'll go and enter the coordinates. I'll press control plus R in my keyboard, and this will be highlighted in blue. So I'll create my region. My first point is 0 comma 0. My second point is for 0 comma 8, let's say, and third point is 45 comma 8. Fourth point is my fourth point was 45 comma 0, and my last point was 0 dot 0. The first reason my foundation region or my foundation block is created. I'll go and draw the second block, that is embankment. So again you press control plus R. If it does not take, then you go and you select manually, and the second point will be, it will start from 0 comma 8. You can see it will start from 0 comma 8. It will go 0 comma 18, 10 comma 18. So the next point will be 0 comma 18, again 10 comma 18, And the last one, for drawing last one, you see this angle is 50 degree, and coordinate you can either calculate from these distances and angle, or you can, if you want to draw a line in 50 degree, you cannot enter the angle here, but you can manually slide your bar. You can see angle, it is showing angle. So when it comes close to 50 degree, you stop it here. Or either or there's another way that I've told you. You draw it in coordinate system. So the points are 18.3910 comma 8. I will enter it 18.3910 comma 8, and the last point we go back to 0 comma 8, and the second region is created. So our first step was done, that is to create the region. Our region is created. Now I'll close it. Our region is selected. So what you gotta do next is you have to draw the materials. This material is embankment, this material is base. So you go in this option, you go draw material, and you can see there are no materials available here because we have not created any. So I'll go and I'll click on define material, and I'll add a material. This new material I'll name as foundation soil. And after creating the foundation soil, I'll go and add, either you can add a new material or you can just clone it. So I'll just clone it and I'll write its name as embankment soil, let's say, and I'll close it. Now you can see two materials are defined. First one is foundation soil and second is embankment. So I'll choose the foundation soil and I'll add in the foundation region. I'll choose the embankment soil, I'll add in embankment region. Now we have added the material, we have not given the property that I'll show you in a while. So now I'll close this also. So as we see that for schematic purpose we have drawn our region. This region is drawn, everything is drawn. The second step is to you, this is the geometry we have created. We have not given it property or anything. So, and we have not given the command to the GeoStudio that in by what method I want to solve this slope. So I will go, I'll select this slope without enforcement geometry and I'll define a project again. So in the define project I will add, you can see there are several component of GeoStudio in which you can solve slope. So for solving slope W and sigma W and quick W, three things are used mostly. So I will go for, if you are going to do the limit equilibrium analysis, then you'll simply go for slope W analysis. It is the simplest one. So you'll go into slope W analysis and define a limit equilibrium analysis, and here I will go and I'll write it as I'll let it be slope stability. And you can add the type of the analysis you want to do. There are several methods by which you can solve this slope. Janbu's method, Bishop's method. Most versatile methods are Sarma's method, Bishop's method. I will Spencer's method, so I'll choose Spencer method. And I will not, this is pore water pressure conditions. I will not choose any pore water pressure condition. I will leave it as default or none. So we have created type of analysis we want to do here. So now I'll close it. So we are in slope W analysis. So here you can see we have previously defined the material, but it is not showing in colored boxes here. This is because we have to define the properties of the material here again. So I'll go to draw material. Here you can see this is the embankment, this is the and this is foundation. So I'll again go to define, and you can see this is foundation soil. I'll define material model. So most common model is Mohr-Coulomb's model. I'll choose Mohr-Coulomb's model. So now it's time for the properties. So what were the properties? The properties were of the foundation soil were unit weight was 20, 50 C18. So I'll go for foundation soil. Unit weight was 20, and cohesion was 18 kPa, and phi was 0. So other sections you need not to touch with you only touch when you need to modify them specifically. And then you go to embankment soil and you add a Mohr Coulomb model again. So what is the unit weight for embankment soil? It is unit weight 19 and phi 0, cohesion 15. So you go and you put unit weight 19, phi 0, and cohesion is 15, and it is done. So you close it. Now you go and you can see the materials are defined. Still, if you want to define it again, so you go embankment and you add in embankment, you go into the foundation, you add in foundation, and you close it. So here we have defined our materials. So one more thing I'll tell you here, that if you want to draw the axis here, so how you can draw is you go to a sketch and you uh, choose the option axis, and you can draw the your axis. So for x-axis minimum is 0 and maximum, let's say I will take 35, and for y-axis minimum is 0 and maximum, let's say I will take 35 here also. X-axis I will increase to 55, and then I'll close it. So you can see you can also change the spacing by going here the axis. It's showing auto increment size, so you will deselect it and you select it 2 meters each and you close it. You can see now the axis is there, elevation and distance. So what's our next step? That when you are doing limit equilibrium analysis, the GeoStudio will choose the boundary condition according to itself, and next step is to define a slope surface, or giving a, in the GeoStudio how you can give a slope surfaces, you can give entry points. Like here, let me show you. If you can, if you say that this is the entry region of the slope surface and this is the exit region of the slope surface, so you can specify entry and exit location of the slope surface in GeoStudio. So I will go and I will draw entry and exit slip surface. So I'll choose it. I will go. Now you have to write the coordinates of the point from left point to right point till where the entry range will be there, and for similar for exit range. In the diagram, let me show you that our entry point is 4.6011 comma 18. So I'll go and I'll write 4.6011, and y-axis is 18 feet, it will take automatically. And right point you write same if you want to give entry range as a point 4.6011, and you see these are deselected or these are inactive automatically. Now we'll go for exit point. So our exit point is 36.729 comma 8. So I'll write 36.729, y it will take automatically 8, and you write it 36.729, and it is deselected. So you can also choose here how many increment of radius you want to take. Means the circle of failure circle will pass from these 2 points, but how many radius increment you want to take. So I want to let's say I will take 6 increments and I'll close it. Now one more thing you have to define here, that is the center of rotation. The coordinates of center of rotation are 24.4001 and 25 here. I'll go and I'll choose this option, draw slip surface axis. I'll choose it, and now you can directly write the coordinates here. So what are the coordinates? Coordinates are for 24.4001 comma 25, 24.4001 comma 25, and you press enter and you see there it is. This is the point or center of rotation. Okay, so make it look good, what you can do more is you can add the distance between these 2 points. or you can show the distance between these 2 points. So sketch alignment direction I'll choose, and I'll manually click on these 2 points. So let's see, this is 21.01, is almost 21, or you can modify it from here. You close it and it is 21, and again I'll choose it and I'll draw between these 2 points, and it will show 20.9, and I'll modify it to 21 and close it, it is 21. So these are your entry and exit point of failure surface. This is the axis of rotation. So it is, everything is done. So now I'll go and I'll try to solve it. I'll press in start button here. So first you have to save it. I'll save it as tutorial 2 and as a GeoStudio file. I'll save it. So see, it have done the analysis and it have shown the critical failure surface here. If you want to see all failure surfaces, so view all failure surface, you click here and you see it have shown all 6 failure surfaces. And here you are seeing that factor of safety is written E998. So this is a factor of safety with error, or this slip surface is having error in analysis. So you choose here. I will only choose for valid slip surfaces, so only 2 valid slip surfaces are there. So in the problem, if you'll see, the radius is 21 meter. So here there's only one slip surface which is having radius close to 21 meter, that is this one. The factor of safety is 0.855, and if you want to go precisely to 21 meter, then you can choose more slip surfaces. Like I've chosen 6, you can choose 16 or any number you want. So this is the result of analysis. And now what we want to do new here is that we want to go further, uh, one step, that I want to analyze the slim shape surface with the geotextile layer here. You see in this figure, with the geotextile layer here at the interfacial contact between embankment and foundation soil. So how I can do it in GeoStudio, that first I will go and I will, either you can define a new project here, either you can define a new project here and you can do it in separate project or separate new file. But what I will do is I'll go to define project and I'll just make a clone of this, and I will add a clone of geometry. Either you can add a clone of geometry or geometry analysis branch. So this is the geometry branch and this is the analysis branch. So I will add a clone of both geometry and analysis branch for our simplification. So I have added this, I've shown slope without reinforcement 2. So I'll modify it and I'll write it as slope with reinforcement. And everything I'll leave as default and I'll close it. So you see here, this is the, this was the analysis we have done just before creating a new type of analysis or new type of file. So this is without geotextile layer, or you can do without reinforcement layer. So to do it with a reinforcement layer, I will go in slope with reinforcement. What advantage we get here, that by copying it, our geometry is predefined here. We don't have to define our geometry again. And what we have to do more here is we have to add a layer of geotextile in between embankment and foundation soil. So you go into slope stability, that is the analysis branch, and everything is defined. You just have to add a reinforcing layer. So this is the option for reinforcing layer. Either you can draw a single reinforcement, or you can draw a set of reinforcement. So I'll choose to draw a single reinforcement. Here you can see there are no reinforcement available. So why? Because we have not defined any. So I'll go in this button and I'll just like a soil, I'll add a new layer. So it have created a new reinforcement. I'll Let's see, we are taking reinforcement of tile geotextile, so I'll add geotextile. And so now we have to give the properties of geotextile. So here there is the option of geosynthetic. So or I should write it geosynthetic to be more general. To be more general, so type is geosynthetic, or you can choose ankle, nail, or pile type of reinforcement. Any type of reinforcement that is available here you can choose, or you can create a new. So I'll choose geosynthetic. So what properties I have to give is I have to give pull out resistance. Let's see, let's say I gave pull out resistance at 120 force per area or kPa. And you can also calculate it by giving interfacial adhesion and other properties and reduction factor. So you also will like to give the tensile capacity. Let's say I've given a tensile capacity also 120. There will be no without any reduction factor. So the properties I've defined. Now I'll close it. You can see there is a geosynthetic material created. So how you can insert a geosynthetic material here is either you can write the coordinate of x-axis outside, inside, y-axis at length, orientation, etc., or you can just go and snap here. So I'll go and I'll snap here. Let's zoom it, and you see this is the geotextile we are creating, and I'll go and I'll snap it here. And this geotextile we have created, and here you can see that it is showing arrow. This is showing that this is geotextile. So let's close it, and here you can let me show you again that this is the slope without geotextile layer, and this is the slope with geotextile layer in this color. So what you need to do next is everything is defined, everything is similar to the this problem. So I'll go and I'll start the analysis. I've started the analysis. It is doing the analysis. It have done the analysis, and it is first let me select this one. So we have done it before also. Our factor of safety was 0.855 almost for 21.6 radius, and now let's go to slope 2 or slope with geo reinforcement. So here for 21.607 similar radius of failure circle radius, you see the factor of safety 0.983. So it have improved of course from 855 to 0.983. So this is because we have added a geotextile layer here or geosynthetic layer here. You can see it is showing the geosynthetic layer. It is showing this is the anchorage, and here there is a failure geosynthetic also. And so this is how you can do the limit equilibrium analysis or limit state analysis in GeoStudio by method, any method you want. I have done here with Spencer's method. You can do with other method easily. Thank you.